Shalom, friends, and welcome to Walking the Ancient Path, where we journey back into the language, landscape, and life rhythms of the Scriptures in a lighter, more accessible way, exploring the world of the Bible as its original listeners would have experienced it.
We're continuing from where we left off last time, exploring the trail of the Apostolic Prayers, rephrased in the rich language of Ancient Hebrew Concrete Imagery. We'll delve into the soaring intercessions found in the letters of the apostles, prayers woven with covenant inheritance, household strength, and the nearness of glory. There's so much treasure ahead.
2 Thessalonians 1, 3-12. A prayer of endurance, justice, and glory in the fire.
We are bound, like priests in duty, to give thanks for you, always. Your trust in Yahweh is not static like a stone, but growing like branches reaching skyward. Your love is not a flicker, but a fire shared from tent to tent. We speak of you often, how you walk upright even when the wind howls, how you hold the staff even when the road is steep. And this is our prayer, that the God who sits as judge and shepherd will count you worthy of the path you walk, that he will fill you with power to carry out every act that he breathes into you, every good work, every quiet act of faith, that the name of the anointed king will be lifted high over your tent, and that you too will be lifted with him, like a banner, over the people. All of this by his overflowing favor and the breath of our Master, Yeshua, the Messiah.
2 Thessalonians 2, 13-17. A prayer for strength to stand and hands that hold firm.
From the beginning, Yahweh chose you as his first fruits, his portion from the field. He sanctified you by the breath of truth and pulled you from the wandering path into the joy of Messiah's reign. So stand firm. Don't let the wind loosen your grip, and may our Master Yeshua the Anointed and Yahweh our Father, who wrapped us in eternal cords of love and placed hope in our hands like seed, comfort your hearts. May he make your feet sure and your hands strong for every good deed and every word that builds the camp.
2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verses 1-5. A prayer for the word to run and for hearts to be guarded.
Brothers and sisters, carry us in your prayers like a pouch of firestones. Ask that the word of Yahweh would run like a swift messenger and be honored like water in a thirsty land. Ask that we be shielded from the twisted and the cruel, for not all walk the ancient path, but the Master is faithful. He will wrap your hearts in his own cloak and guard your steps from the ambush. And may Yahweh direct your hearts like a shepherd leads his sheep into the steadfast love of the Father and into the endurance of the Son.
Philemon chapter 1, verses 4-7. A prayer of gratitude for a brother who refreshes the camp.
Whenever I lift your name to Yahweh, it rises like a fragrant offering. I give thanks to the Mighty One who planted faith deep in your chest and stirred love like firewood in your bones. You have opened your hands to the family of the tent, not with mere words, but with bread, shelter, and blessing. Your actions have refreshed the weary like cool water to parched lips, and I pray that your trust continues to grow like vines around the altar, rooted in understanding, bearing fruit that brings glory to the tent maker. You have done well, brother. Your tent has become a place of rest for the people of the Most High.
Hebrews chapter 13, verses 20-21. A benediction from the shepherd of the flock.
May the God of peace, the one who brought the great shepherd back from the valley of death through the blood of an eternal covenant, may he mend your broken beams and supply every tool for your work. May he shape you into vessels fit for the tent, aligning your hands with his will and filling your breath with the desire to please him. May all this rise through the Anointed One, Yeshua, to the glory of the Father forever. So be it, from generation to generation, across the sands and through the fire.
James chapter 1, verse 5. A prayer for wisdom, given without shame.
If any among you lacks the path forward, if your way is dark or your heart unsure, ask the one who gives. Not like a merchant measuring grain, not with clenched fists or grudging hands, but with open arms, like a father laying a feast for his children. He gives wisdom like rain from the sky, and he will not shame you for your hunger. Ask, and the way will become clear.
James chapter 5, verses 13-14. A call to prayer, healing, and the power of the righteous one's breath.
Is any among you bowed low in sorrow? Let him lift his voice like a psalm in the night. Is any among you rejoicing? Let him lift a song like incense from the tent. Is any among you wounded? Let the elders, those with weathered hands, anoint him with oil and surround him with the words of prayer. The prayer of trust will raise up the weary, like a staff lifts a stumbling sheep. And if sins have clung to him like thorns, they will be loosed, like chains broken by fire. Confess your crooked paths one to another, and pray beside one another's tents, so that healing may flow like living water. For the prayer of the righteous, the one who walks close to the shepherd, is like fire from the sky. Elijah was a man with skin and bones like us, yet when he prayed, the skies withheld rain. And again he prayed, and the heavens opened, and the earth bore fruit.
1 Peter chapter 1, verses 3-9. A song of praise for living hope through the resurrection.
Blessed be the Father, the one who stretches out his hand and gives breath where there was none. In his great womb compassion he gave us new birth through the rising of the shepherd king from the tomb. He gave us a hope not made of straw, but of iron and fire, a hope stored in heaven's tent, untouched by rot or thief. And you, though you cannot yet see it, your trust keeps you tethered like a boat to its anchor in the deep. Yahweh's arm shields you until the day when the covering is pulled back and the glory is made plain. Even now, though your steps are heavy with trial, your trust is being tested like gold in the fire. And when the veil is lifted, your faith will shine with praise, with honor, with weight. You love him though your eyes have not seen. You follow him through the mist. And even now, joy rises in you like laughter around the campfire. Joy too deep for words. For the shepherd is leading you home, and your being will be made whole.
1 Peter chapter 5, verses 10-11. A prayer for restoration after the fire.
After you have walked through the fire, after the trial has pressed you like grapes, may the God of all favor, who called you into his eternal tent through the Anointed One, gather your pieces and restore your frame. May he steady your feet on the path, strengthen your limbs, and make your heart firm like a house built on stone. To him be the strength and the glory, from the first flame to the last breath.
Let's pause here for now. Next time, we'll keep walking the trail of the Apostolic Prayers, reworded in the rich language of Ancient Hebrew Concrete Imagery. We'll step into the soaring intercessions found in the letters of the apostles, prayers woven with covenant, inheritance, household strength, and the nearness of glory. There's so much treasure ahead.
If you listeners have areas of interest you'd like to explore further, questions or comments, please don't hesitate to let us know.